my name is LaSpisa, and I'm your 2013 Public Defender.
And I'm Lynsey Springman. I'm your 2013-2014 Attorney General.
And we're going to tell you how to write a brief for judicial. So first, you're going to start out your favorite search engine, and you're going to type in New York State YMCA Youth and Government. Click the first link that comes up, and you're going to click on Brief Submission. Then you're going to click on Diagram of a Brief, and this is going to explain it for you. First, you're going to start out with your cover page. You're going to list your appellant and respondent for the case, the author, the team number, which should be at the bottom of the second page after the statement of facts, and I'm going to show you the example of the petitioner brief afterwards. Then your page 1 should be your table of contents, and then you're going to have your table of authorities, which is really just all the cross cases you used. Then pages 2 and 3 should be your questions presented, which are the questions you're trying to answer in your brief and arguments. And then your statement of facts, which is just really restated from your original statement of facts.
Then you're going to go on to your summary of arguments. Your summary of arguments is just a breakdown of each argument. You're going to take each argument and break it down to a sentence or two, just describing it. And then you're going to move on to your arguments. For your arguments, that's where you go into detail with your cross cases. You'll take each one, spell it out how you plan on doing it up in Albany. From there, you move on to your conclusion. For your conclusion, you're just summing up everything you said in your arguments, your statement of facts, and what you want justices to say. Then you submit it by you and your partner's name, and you sign it.
After looking at the diagram of a brief, you can go back to this page and click on either example of a petitioner brief or example of a respondent brief. If your case says you are an appellant, that means the same as petitioner. Okay, so this is your opening page for your brief. So as you can see, it says in the Court of Appeals, that should be the same for everybody. You're going to put the title of your case. And then you're going to say on appeal from the 3rd Department, and then you're going to write the brief for the petitioner or appellant or respondent, whatever it says. And then in parentheses, you're going to put your team, which is listed on the second page under your statement of facts. And then you're going to say what district you're from, what number, and then the names of the attorneys on the case. And then your next page, this should really be on the next page, you have your table of contents, which really just lists where all your main segments of your case are, just so people can find it easier on the pages. So really you can do this at the end of the brief when everything's already finished. Your table of authorities is next. That's really all the cross cases you're using. All the cross cases titles are listed at the end of the second page after your statement of facts in your case. And then your questions are presented. These are really important because these are the questions you're trying to answer in your arguments for your case. There should usually be 1, 2, or 3 questions presented, and whether or not is usually what you can use to start off your questions presented, as in this question right here. And then after that, you have your statement of facts. Now for the statement of facts, you should really reword the statement of facts they give you in your original case. You can bias them a little bit in your favor, but not too much. Make sure you include both the bad and the good, just favoring the good slightly more in your case. And that's really it.
Alright, so then you're going to go on to your summary of arguments. For your summary of arguments, you're taking a little chunk of each argument, you're plugging it into a sentence, and then if you want at the end, you can just conclude that you want the judge to overturn their decision or keep it the same, however you want. Then from there on, you're going to go to your arguments. At this point, you get a little more detailed on it. You put the question presented, whether it's the first, the second, or the third. Right at the top, underline it, then you go into your case details. You say what you want, why you think it should be done, you reference the cross cases, and then you do the same for each question presented you have. So then just make sure you go into the details about it, so that when you go up to Albany, you do have the details in front of you if you forget. Then after you finish all your arguments, you're going to go down, you're going to do your conclusion, you're basically going to sum up what you said. You're going to say, here were your arguments, you did this, this, and this. You're going to say what you want the judges to do. Then you're going to write your name and your partner's name, print it out, and sign it. And that's pretty much it.